Hey everybody, it's Mike Venus, La Soul, and I'm back. And going into what I spoke on my last video about this year, I feel like it's a renaissance, a rebirth. We're gonna have to reestablish what a celebrity, how a celebrity move, right? I'm gonna use this example. This shit just happened recently. TMZ, and then you can see it on screen. You can go to it. I'm not gonna play it because like whenever I'm screen recording and I'm using the mic to talk about whatever is on the screen or whatever, if I play the video, it's going to create an audio loop, which is crazy and it sounds ridiculous. So I'm not going to go into that. But about being a celebrity or a recognizable public figure, right? This can be in the arts, this can be in politics, this can be in business, this can be in anything. Influencer, because everybody want to be an influencer now. They feel like they're celebrities or whatever. But in terms, so we all understand, you are a public, recognizable individual when you out and about. People recognize you by face and by name and reputation, right? So I'm Mike Venus, La Soul, right? When I get to this status on a global level, I know how to carry myself. Now, first and foremost, speaking about the situation, Ice Spice, which is a well-known public, recognizable by name and image, and because she is represented by her artistry, which could be her personality or an image that is crafted by her PR team, public relations, she's not really in control of how she projects herself or how people perceive her, right? Because image is everything, right? Especially dealing if you at a celebrity level. So she out and about. She at a McDonald's. Now, number one, Mike Venus will never be caught in a McDonald's. I know better. You know what I'm saying? I turned 41 about a month ago, a little over a month ago. I'm old enough to know that, and I know enough, I care enough about my physical health that if I'm hard up, I'm not going to go eat McDonald's. I'd rather eat a few items from the grocery store that's the equivalent of the same meal at McDonald's that can serve me physically better than to eat McDonald's because it's trash. And I used to work there when I was a teenager, whenever I was doing it for some credits for a class I was taking in high school that could translate over to college, but that's another story, right? So, Ice Spice, and I'll say this too, like other people gotta understand too. I see somebody left a comment saying, why do celebrities hang around solo in LA? There's a lot of broke people who have nothing to live for in that city who will plot against any famous person they can find. Number one, just because you're famous, just dealing with this comment real quick, just because you well known or you recognizable publicly by name or image or face, whatever, does not mean you're wealthy. Let's get that shit straight, because a lot of people get the shit mistaken. I know it was a show when I was younger. If you're a millennial, which I'm a millennial, or you will know about this show. It was called The Rich and the Famous. You can be rich and not be famous. You can be famous and not be rich. You understand? It's only a few that are rich and famous. You understand? It's a difference. Just because you're a public image or you're a public, recognizable person that have an image of wealth does not mean you have money. Like me. I wouldn't, if I'm publicly known and I don't have money like that, I'm not eating McDonald's. I won't be in this situation where I'm projecting that I have this type of money, this type of lifestyle, but yet I'm eating just like everybody else. No, it don't work like that. That's what you call a poser, right? a lot of celebrities or well-known people are posers. They project a certain lifestyle image that people think they have or they have access to that they really don't have. So you got to understand that as well. I understand that because I'm in that realm, because I make music. I know how to get to the money. A lot of people you might know them by name and face, but they ain't making no money. They didn't contribute to the part that actually equates to money and ownership. There's a difference. You might not know my personal life. You might not even recognize me in public like that by face right now. Even if you do, you still ain't gonna know about my money because they ain't none of your business. That's number one. And I'm in control of my image that I project onto the world. Which, in this case with Ice Spice, this young lady, she is not in control of her public image. Her name, her image, her likeness, and her reputation. She's not in control of that. Right? So let's get that clear. Now, in this video, which you can go see because I got it on the screen, you can go where it's at. She gets slapped by a random individual, right? Now, I don't condone violence in this aspect because she was minding her business. She was eating her McDonald's, right? Her chemical-induced matter with her associate, the lady with the red jacket, and some lady with a braid in her hair, right? A ponytail. I think it was a wig. More likely it's a wig. Rolled up on her. Even though they're in LA, she claimed she was from Chirac or Chicago. And she proceeded to slap Ice Spice, and it potentially led to a brawl. But the people in the restaurant kind of like diffused it. But I'll say this. Why did that situation happen? The situation happened because two things. It's how celebrities are portrayed. Their image, their likeness, their reputation is portrayed by their P&R teams. Now me, even when I'm at global status and people recognize me all over the world by face, name, and reputation, I know how to carry myself, right? This don't happen to every celebrity. You had a couple years back with the baby. The baby was in Walmart. It led to a confrontation. He ended up shooting the person out of self-defense and killed him because they was trying to harm him. You understand? I know these artists don't really have control over their image, their likeness, their reputation that they project onto the world that people perceive as that is them. Know that it is an act for most of them. It's not their real life. But you can't be going around slapping fire out of people. That's called assault. Okay, you're not in elementary or middle school. You know what I'm saying? You can't get arrested. You can't get charges pressed against you. Or that's on the minimum. Maximum, you can be deceased. Okay? And have to return to God. You understand? You don't want that. Right? Now, I'll give you a celebrity like Keanu Reeves, right? Keanu Reeves, known by name, known by image and reputation. His reputation is that he's humble. Not all celebrities move like with this, or their PR team project them in a way that create this type of response from people, ordinary people, or the common folks, right? And this is why, kind of circling back to the theme, rebirth, renaissance. It has to be a restructure of public image of public figures, right? Now, Keanu Reeves, he's married, but we don't know nothing about his private life. That ain't none of our business. That's between him and his wife. It's known that he's in the HOA. He lives around regular people. When he was younger, he would hang out and spend time with homeless people. His co-workers like him. They have no issue with him. This is why he's still able to work and get projects and success and money like that, but he don't carry himself in a way that he projects that he's better than someone. Now in rap, these artists, like they like claiming, these labels that control their image, control their likeness, their reputation, they center on this braggadocious type energy. Now everybody, if they in the business or they know a little bit about the business, these rappers really don't have bread like that. So I'm not surprised she's eating McDonald's, but it's really hard to believe that you eat McDonald's when you wearing a mortgage, the equivalent of a mortgage on your neck, with a Ice Spice chain or the jewelry you wear. You know, that's kind of ass backwards. I wouldn't spend, if I was to spend a mortgage type money on something, I spend it on my health, my diet. Making sure I'm okay, making sure my family okay, on a property. I wouldn't spend it on a chain. A customized chain that's only worth its value in the purity of metal, whatever it is, and the naturalness of the stones that's in it. If you have stones, because ain't nobody gonna buy no customized chain. You know, I know this because I make my own customized jewelry. Nobody ain't gonna pay for that. They're gonna pay for it in scrap value. If you were to try to sell it, they're gonna melt that shit down. They're gonna see if they can, you know, if they can salvage any of the material that is used to make that particular item, but they can't resell it because it's customized, right? Also, I'm a husband and I'm a father. So as a husband, I gotta protect my wife. I be with my wife. As a father, I have to protect my family. I have to protect my wife and our son. So I can't be moving around in a way that will project this type of response from individuals. And usually that type of response is fueled from other people's insecurity. There's nothing wrong with having confidence. I even tell my son this. There's nothing wrong with having confidence, but it's good to have confidence and be right. You can project confidence, which is pseudo confidence or fake confidence, which is posing. I'm not a poser. So I'll give you an example. We live in like a small town, right? These people don't know what I do. I make music. My wife, she makes music. She does my cover arts and stuff. We work together, right? But we have to go get food. We have to go get toiletries. We gotta take care of business. I don't give people the perception that they should hate on me and project their insecurities on me where they want to physically assault me. I don't think they will want to try that. I'm 6'1", 253, solid. You know what I'm saying? And I have learned different forms of martial arts, and I know how to protect myself, and I will protect my family at all costs, and myself at that if it leads to that. But I don't call for that energy because I know how to carry myself and walk in a certain kind of way. I don't be walking around with a fistful of jewelry. I wear my band. If I'm going to the grocery store, all these people need to know is that I'm married and that we getting groceries. You know what I'm saying? I don't wear all that luxury clothing and shit. I wear my own shit because I can't just go in any store and buy anything. And most of that luxury shit, it runs too small and I'm too brolic for that. So I wear my own shit. I piece the shit together, but I never give nobody the impression that I'm better than you. To the point where they wanna get physical with me or try to harm my family, my wife and my son. Nor would I be caught in places like this. Even at the level I'm at right now, people know who we are, where we at. And even when I get to global status, I still know how to carry myself even in these levels, in these places, because I've been there before. So I never think I'm better than the next man, because as fast as you go up, it's as fast as you go down. Understand that. So it has to be a recalibration, a reset on celebrities and how their P&R teams, which y'all should be discussing with them, your handlers, your PR team that controls your image, your likeness, and how your reputation, how you project it out to the world, so that you ain't put in these situations, especially if you are not like that. Because that's perceived as a poser. And I'm not a poser. If I have that, I do have that. If I don't have that, I don't project that. You understand? So learn from this lesson, man. This could have went south so quick, and like the guy said, it's a lot of celebs that died out there in LA. Pop Smoke, was it PNB Melly or whatever? You know what I'm saying? That's recent. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how you carry yourself, especially when you're traveling, you're in places where you know and you familiar. Because shit can go left real quick, especially in these other areas. You understand? Though these niggas don't own anything, they feel like they do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand. You know? And pick your battles. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit could have went left real quick. How you don't know that she had a gun on her? Out of self-defense, and she lit her ass up like the 4th of July, like a sparkler. Because she wanted to come in there and oh, I'm going to slap her. We're going to fight. But then she went up it and blazed you up. She smoking. You understand? That was stupid. You know what I'm saying? You don't just go around thinking you the shit, because people can fuck you up. You can get fucked up. Or the situation can lead to a fucked up situation just because. Reset on these celebrities, the way you project yourself to the world, how you carry yourself, you know, all that. I'm not bound like these people, so I don't have to worry about that. But just know, I know how to conduct myself. I know how to move in any situation, and I ain't gonna give off that energy where a person need to roll up on me and feel like they want to be confrontational. But I'm gonna let you know that ain't what you want. It ain't what you want. I'm 6'1", 253, solid. I walk with a cane, but I'll fuck your ass up. You understand? If it comes to you trying to take my life or you trying to harm my family, you will get destroyed. Straight up. But if you come with respect, respect will be given. But if you're disrespectful, I can go as far as you want. You understand? And that's with anybody. Celeb, regular person, it don't matter. All can get it. But people need to move like that, because we all the same. We still shit. We still eat. We gotta bathe. We gotta brush our teeth. We gotta put on clothes. We gotta go to work. We gotta pay taxes. We similar, and a day will come when we have to see God, and we gotta pass on over and go see God. So understand that you ain't better than the next man in that level, but even if you are recognized in the public, you gotta stay humble. And people be humble, bro. You don't know what these celebrities, who's with these celebrities, and what their people might be capable of. And understand that it's a job, bro. Like, she's an artist. This ain't her personality. She talks a lot of shit. That's part of her image that they crafted for her. It could have went left, but nobody didn't get severely harmed. But it's a possibility if you're moving that way. So think about that. You know what I'm saying? On both hands. The celebrity, learn that a lot of y'all ain't in this, especially in the States, you ain't that like you think you are. You need to move like you a regular person and be humble, right? And regular people Don't always project your insecurities on other people, thinking that they are what they project they are, or what their image, their handlers done projecting them to be, and be trying to like project that on them by being confrontational because you insecure, you mad,